everyone, my name is Marissa. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm launching a new series featuring one brand tutorials. Now if you're not familiar with one brand tutorials, they mean that you use all products from only one brand on your face. So not only do you get a tutorial in the end, but you get little mini reviews on each product that you use, and you get to see all the products that I have from one specific brand. And then in the end I'll give you hits and misses and so on. So today I'm doing Stila Cosmetics. Stila is one of the most underrated brands in my opinion. They have such really good quality products, really easy to use, and I have a whole bunch of ones that I love that you've seen me use on my channel. I got a whole bunch of new products as well, which I'm going to be testing out and giving you my first impressions. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this fall glam look, keep on watching. So I'm going to start with the foundation. This is the Stila Stay All Day Foundation in the shade Light. Really cool packaging on this one because as you can see, it's like a little pump, and when you push the pump down, the liquid foundation comes out of it. So I'm going to start with just applying it with my favorite Marc Jacobs brush. I love this brush. It seems like a pretty good match. So this seems to be more of like a dewy type of foundation, a little bit more of like a satin matte. And right now it's like a really light coverage foundation, so I'm going to go in with the second layer. I normally don't like to do this. I'm going to go in with the second layer actually with a beauty blender just to see, you know, if it applies differently. So I definitely like the way that this applies with the sponge a lot better. The second lighter layer, because I don't like to have too much foundation on my skin, I just found it applied much better. So definitely recommend sponge with this one. Next up is the Stila Aqua Glow Serum Concealer. This is the concealer that Sarah Lucero, if you guys haven't seen my video, I'll put it right around here. She is the global artistic director for Stila, and I got the opportunity for her to do my makeup. And she used this all over my face as like a light amount of concealer. So this is also the shade Light, and I'm going to take some under my eye. Now she used a brush on me. And I've actually tried this concealer before, and the sponge does not work very well with it because it's such a water-based light texture that it just kind of soaks into the sponge and doesn't blend properly. So I think my favorite way to apply this one is with my fingers. So that was a little bit more difficult to blend. I think it might have been because I used the Stay All Day foundation, and then that was the Aqua Glow concealer. They also have an Aqua Glow foundation, but and those two might actually work much better together, but this one gave me more of like a medium coverage, and I can still see a little bit of darkness that I want to correct. So I'm going to be taking this, which is the Corrector palette. It's called the Correct and Perfect palette, and I like it because it has this kind of little flap for all these cream colors. So I'm going to go ahead and take my finger in this one, and I'm just going to put a little bit where I need it. So I've noticed recently that I've been getting darkness around the edge of my eye, which is so not the business. And on the inner corner, I feel like my under eyes look a lot brighter now, so I'm going to take maybe some of the powders. We'll see how this purple one does. Purple powder. Okay, so from far away that looks pretty good, but when I go really close you can still see texture on my skin, so it's not like the most full coverage there is, but that's okay, not everybody wants full coverage. Stila has these putty products, and I have two to show you today. The first one is this Putty Perfector. It comes with this sponge. I've tried it once already and I'm not too sure about it, but it's basically like you can squish it in and it's a putty product, and it's kind of like a cream to powder type of finish. Well, let's try the under eyes, see what happens. Okay, well that's a nice highlight actually. Looking up closer, I think it gives a little bit more coverage because now there's a lot less texture that you can see through. Okay, so now we've got a product that I am obsessed with already. Sarah used this on me and I've seen it before. It's another one of those putty products, but it's a trio of highlighters. You have three colors. This one is more of like a pinky opalescent shade. This one is made after Kitten, which is the iconic Stila eyeshadow. And then this one's a bronze color, and they're all so beautiful, so I'm going to be using them. That's such a beautiful highlight, oh my god. That's so pretty. So pretty. I could stare at that all day. The only thing I will say though is while it is kind of like micro shimmer, it still picks up some of the texture on my nose, which I'm not a huge fan of. A lot of highlighters do this though, so it's not really its fault. It's more my skin's fault. Okay, so I have two blushes to show you, so I'm gonna be mixing and matching, creating a bespoke color. This is from the Aqua Glow line. This is the Aqua Glow Watercolor blush. And then this is the Convertible color palette. I think this one was limited edition, but I got it from Sephora. If you are a longtime viewer of my channel, you know that I've had this for a really long time. But the Convertible colors are some of my absolute favorites. They're so great for people who don't wear a lot of makeup. Great for people who do wear a lot of makeup too, I mean, but they're just so easy to use. All these colors are extremely approachable. You can use them on your cheeks as well as your lips. There's also these watercolor blushes, and it's got like a little cushion, and then you can pick up the color. And this is like, what's it called? Shimmering Lotus. So it's like basically looks a lot like NARS Orgasm in the way that it has like a golden shimmer to a peachy pink blush. So I'm gonna take some of this, apply it, and then I'm gonna use the cream color on top. Oh god, that's scary. Cream blush I love so much, but it freaks me out every time I apply it because of that dab that you have to do first. You know what I'm saying? This one here. Just such a pretty flush. And it's like more of a natural flush, I find. Next, I'm just gonna fill out my eyebrows a little bit. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color. And this is one of Sarah's most favorite products. It's got like a brush tip to apply a really fine amount of color. So I'm just going to fill in where I need to. Okay, so since we're keeping it real today, I don't know if I got the wrong one or something, but it's just really light. And maybe it's not a dark enough color for me, but I just don't really see it doing anything on my eyebrows right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows with one of my favorite eyebrow products, just to kind of round out the look. There also doesn't seem to be a brow gel, or at least I don't have a brow gel, so I'm gonna use a different brow gel, but then I'll come right back. Okay, so I'm back with brows, feeling more like myself, and I'm gonna be showing you two eyeshadow palettes that I have today. The first one is the Eyes Are the Window Shadow Palette in Mind. This is just, I've talked about it before in a favorites video, but this is perfect if you wanna get something that is really, really easy to use. You have a mix of warm tones and cool tones, all matte shades, really great for a beginner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this light color here with a fluffy blending brush and just take it all over the lid. And then I'm gonna take these two colors here. This is like a taupey, minky color, and then this is more of like a light brown. I'm just gonna run that in the crease with the exact same brush. And then I'm gonna move on to this palette, which is the Perfect Me Perfect Hue palette. This one is cool because there's 3 different palettes for 3 different depths of skin tone. This one's the deep because it has the darkest colors. It just happens to be the one that I have. But it comes with 2 blush shades, one more like, I would say it's like an intensifying shade. You can use it as a transition shade for your eyes, but you can also use it to amplify these two. And then a quad of shadows, including this amazing bronze, which one tiny little swipe and you get like crazy pigmentation. So I'm gonna go in with this lid shade here. Then I'm gonna go in with a tiny bit of that burgundy shade. I'm just gonna take that on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna blend through the crease. I'm gonna take my pencil brush, I'm gonna take the same burgundy shade and just run it under the eyes. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of that, smoke out the wing as well. Then I'm gonna take my finger with that bronze shade that I'm obsessed with, and I'm just gonna tap that in the center of the lid. So then I'm gonna take the black and I'm just going to intensify the lash line a little bit. Over here, I'm just gonna try some of the blush. So I'm just gonna take this pinky one, not too much because it looks super pigmented already on the brush. I'm just gonna tap a little bit on. Okay, and that's a lot of blush. I know I'm already wearing like 2 blushes, and so putting a 3rd one on might be kind of overkill, which it kind of is. But I'm just gonna tap that one out. When in doubt, blend it out. Okay, so this is a really pretty eye look, and you could go straight on with mascara and then call it an eye look, but I need to use these glitters. These are the Magnificent Metal foiled eyeshadows. I have 3. This one is called Vintage Black Gold, which is like literally antique black gold. This one is Classic Kitten, and then this one here is called Comex Copper. Okay, so that was really hard. I had to try to decide. I'm gonna go ahead with the copper one. It's so pretty. Comex Copper, it's called. So I already know with my fingers it's going to apply really beautifully, but I'm just gonna try with a brush first. Okay, with a brush I'm getting nothing. Okay, so with fingers, so there is a considerable amount of fallout with that, but I was really packing it on, and you can obviously just brush it away. But that is so pretty. I love the way it catches the light. So it also comes with this little mixing eye primer, they call it, but it smells a lot like my Mayron mixing medium. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of like an alcohol-based medium that you can mix the pigment in. So I'm gonna try that right now and see what it looks like on the lid. And that's really pretty too. It doesn't necessarily intensify it as much as it makes it more of like a foiled finish, and it applies a lot more smoothly. Okay, so to be honest, with Magnificent Metals, it was kind of difficult to work with. It was. It didn't really apply fully evenly, but that being said, the finish is gorgeous and it picks up the light really, really beautifully. Next, it's time to line the eyes, put on some mascara. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. One of my first loves in makeup. It's iconic, it's wonderful. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna be using a new favorite of mine. This is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. It is honestly one of my new favorite mascaras, and I'm very, very particular with mascara, as everybody is. Mascara is one of the most personal things you can have with makeup. I just really like the way that it grips the eyelashes, and you can roll and really get some extra lift there. Just look at the difference between bald and lashes. I know lots of mascaras credit themselves as being like a false lashes in a tube, but this honestly is one of the best versions of huge, extreme false lashes in a tube of mascara. Okay, last but not least are the lips, and I'm gonna start with the Stay All Day lip liner in Zinfandel. This is super creamy and pigmented, and I love a twist up lip liner. Last but certainly not least, actually probably the most, is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Caramello. I love this. It just lived in my purse all summer. It's a really, really beautiful pale nude. I love this lipstick so much. It's completely opaque. You only need one swipe to get the full amount of color, and then you have enough on the actual doe foot to get enough on both the top and the bottom lip. It's just everything, and I love this shade. In terms of top products, obviously the Starlight Star Bright palette. One of my most favorite highlighters, the most easy to use. I find when I'm not wearing too much makeup, I also just love the way that this cream product just blends so smoothly into my skin. And then I also love the Stay All Day liquid lipstick. So good. Caramello is my favorite shade. I could not stop using it in the summer. But for the holidays, they also have these little mini gift sets. So you can get a whole bunch of different colors. Stila does bold color as well as the perfect nude really, really well. And it comes with this little glitter top coat, which is a matte glitter top coat. And then honestly, one of the best mascaras that I used, and I'm obsessed with it at the moment, it's right up there with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for me, is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Length, separation, volume, drama, false lash effect. I mean, you guys saw it. It's absolutely amazing. So those are my top 3 from Stila. 3 misses. The foundation, it's not my absolute favorite foundation. Wearing it right now, I have other foundations that I love. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not my absolute favorite. It's like a cult favorite foundation for other people, so I don't understand why I didn't like it that much. But it just didn't seem to work as much as I love my favorite foundations to work. And then the Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector, say that 3 times fast. I didn't really get it, but I feel like I have to try using it a little bit more to really understand it. And then last but not least, the brow pen. I I feel like I have the wrong color. I mean, I do have microbladed eyebrows, so the brows are darker. I probably didn't have the right color, and I just found that it didn't show up. So it's probably that I don't have the right color, because this is Sarah Lucero's favorite product from the entire line. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the brand overview. Overall, really, really great products. There's so many things that I wish I could have mentioned, but there's only a top 3. The corrector palette is amazing as well. So yeah, that's it. Stila Cosmetics. Total buy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below also letting me know if you like the one brand tutorials. I know they're lengthy, but I just think that they're really helpful. I personally enjoy watching them. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any more videos from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!